Hello and welcome to Life with Jane. My goodness, I've had the most amazing response from all of you with the bacon and onion roly-poly pudding, and I'm going to spend some time going through all of the amazing comments, hundreds and hundreds of comments and thousands of views. It's my second biggest viewed video of all time, and it's had 44,000 views so far and counting, and I've got 600-700 more subscribers, so welcome, thank you all. Hope you're going to be long-term subscribers because it's lovely. As I've said before, we are very much a community here. It is a forum for me to discuss. Once a week I will do on a Monday what they call a vlog, a video log, which basically is me nattering on to you all. And I will sometimes pick a topic, I'll sometimes go through things that have happened, and I will sometimes tell you a story. And at the end of the week on a Friday, I will always do a foodie Friday and a recipe of some sort. Now, some of these recipes will be old recipes that have come from my late mother, recipes that we've had in our family all our lives. I think I've shown you, I will show you all the new people. If you just wait 2 seconds, I will go and get my, no, I've already got it out. Where have I got it out? Let me just show you. I have got this, I already got it out to show you. So this is a 1960s cooking in, sorry, let me just get myself settled again. This is a 1960s cooking in colour margarita pattern. Now, I expect some of you will remember margarita pattern, and this book, you can see, has got all sorts of little notes and things in, and you can see how, if I take one of them out or show you on here, you can see how faded and old they are, and again some of the pages are quite old, but this is the recipe book that I use more than anything else, because a lot of the recipes in it have less sugar, less fat, not all the time. So sometimes I do more modern recipes, sometimes I do things that I've sort of seen that I think, oh, I'll do that and give it a bit of a tweak. And so that's the Foodie Friday. This week is a chicken recipe, and it's a sticky chicken recipe. It actually came from, I did a yellow sticker, and I got a big, what do they call, Gusto box for £2 or £3. I can't remember exactly, you'll have to go back to see it. And in that was all sorts of different things, and I didn't use them as they were supposed to be. I did my own thing, but part of it in there was a recipe for this sticky chicken. And so I did it, and I thought, oh, that's quite nice, I might tweak that a bit and do it my own way. And so that's this recipe. So that's this Friday, so hope you'll enjoy that one. And as I said, I just wanted to give a huge big thank you to everybody that's joined recently and who is enjoying it. And as I said, we're a community. So community means that I really appreciate people giving comments, giving their feedback, giving their ideas. So I have got my other phone, which I'm going to be looking down on, and the steamed bacon and onion pudding. I'm just going to read to you some of the amazing comments and the different variations there were throughout the country. So, great with parsley sauce. Yes, absolutely. It used to be called bacon badger. So bacon badger is another name for roly-poly pudding, bacon and onion pudding. So again, somebody's just put bacon roly-poly pudding. Somebody grew up in the 50s and 60s in London, and our local greengrocer always had onions. One of my dad's favourite meals was liver and onions. Mum used to make cheese and onion tarts. She wasn't a fan of suet, but fortunately for us, her sister was, and kept us supplied with roly-poly and jam suet puddings. And somebody suggested, very good idea, to use a clothes peg to close the bacon and onion, you know, the baking paper that goes round it. And one of the best suggestions was, take the baking paper, and you know how sort of crispy it is, and it doesn't sort of move about very easily. Damp it down, and then, so screw it up, damp it down, and then it acts like a cloth. Amazing. I'm doing it all the time now. So thank you, whoever suggested that one. Bacon badger or bacon bodger. Made for the artisan furniture workers of High Wycombe. One end would be savoury and the other end would be jam. So there you go. People who remember the Onion Man and the Muffin Man and the Mobile Grocer. Also is called bacon clanger. So we've got bacon badger, bacon clanger. People made it in the 80s. Well, I'm still making it now. So the Stock Pot restaurant near Leicester Square used to serve this, and it was delicious. It was nearly 40 years ago, but it seems like last week. They served it with veg and an orange flavoured gravy, which was unusual but tasted great. So there we go, Leicester Square. The Stock Pot, never heard of it, but you know, again, fantastic memories. The amount of people though that said, oh, this brings back wonderful memories of my stopovers at my nan's in the 60s. She used to cook this and loved it. She did a great meat pie, and also did, do you remember the little blackbirds that went in a pie? And so you put a little blackbird in the centre of the pie, and the pastry would go over the top, and the little blackbird, obviously where its mouth was open, and it allowed the steam to come out of the pie. I knew this as bacon roly-poly. Grandmother used to make it, a bacon suet. She sometimes added a hard-boiled egg, and used to do steamed apple pudding that way, and that was in the 60s. Dad used to do it. Dad used to make this. Mum used to make bacon and onion roly-poly when I was a child. We had the Onion Man too, by the way. Of course, she had been cooking through the Second World War. Luckily, her father had a farm, so they never went without milk and eggs, and Grandpa used to keep a hutch of rabbits in a barn for meat. She also ripened a marrow under the flesh until the flesh was almost orange, and made a roly-poly out of finely chopped marrow with sultanas and brown sugar. Oh, how delicious does that sound? The Onion Man. So somebody from Western Australia. That's the lady. So Yvonne from Western Australia turned round and said, noticed you had a problem with that darn parchment. Sure has a mind of its own. It's and if you watch it, you'll see. A friend recently told me to try to control it by, after getting the size of paper you want, to then screw it all up in a ball and also wet it if steaming the food. Then continue like you did in the demo. So, and that's what I've done. Absolutely amazing. I have to say it works, at least when I used it for lining a cake, etc., which is good. So 85 years of age and old school, still strong. So fantastic. Lots of people have said that they've joined. Some people saying that they prefer beef suet over veg suet. Quite interesting, because I went to try and get some beef suet at my large Sainsbury's, and they only had vegetable suet in stock. So sometimes I will get beef suet, but quite often I can't get it and I have to get the vegetable one. I think more people are having the vegetable than the beef these days. Very similar to a Bedfordshire clanger. So again, Bedfordshire clanger instead of a bacon clanger. Now what? Tried it with sauce, ketchup and a cheese sauce, but all seem a bit odd. And have it with a gravy. And I was turning around and saying there's somebody who was celiac and gluten-free. So there are still French onion sellers in Camberwell. So I was talking about the Onion Man, and the Onion Man being somebody who was a French, came over from France, so was French speaking, wore a beret and cycled on a bicycle and had the onions hanging over the bicycle, and they were all plaited. And so a lot of people have turned round and said about this. People saying don't use good bacon, use the scraggy offcuts. Absolutely, if you can get hold of them. My mum used to make it for me and my 8 siblings. She called it a bacon badger. Called a bacon badger in South Buckinghamshire. This recipe was one of my mum's favourites. I cook this with bacon, onion and parsley. Some people cook it with sage and onion stuffing. We all loved it when Mum came round, and if we were lucky, treacle pudding. Ooh, might try treacle pudding. Yes, the French Onion Man. Right, yes, the French Onion Man came from Brittany. We lived up north and they were fishermen too. Not as good as my mum's rag pudding. You know what? Your mum's puddings are always better. Your nan's puddings are always better. You can't beat a family favourite. Our Onion Man was a Belgian, Monsieur Guyader, because Mum was from a prominent Belgian family. When he called, the rest of the afternoon went nattering on the doorstep. My mum used to make this called rasher pudding. That's what I called it. And then we do, I've had, as I say, hundreds of comments, thousands of views, and you do get the odd one or two who turn around and say, people won't watch if you're nattering on for over 20 minutes. And I thought, okay, it's been one of my best videos so far. So parsley sauce again, somebody. My mum, who's now 91, added chopped fresh tomatoes to the bacon and cooked the pudding in a cloth. Any dough spare offcuts had a dab of jam inside for a treat for brother and me. There we go, how wonderful. My partner often talks about this bacon roll. His mother used to make it, and I'm going to give it a go now. Gypsy pudding made with fresh rashers and onions, sprinkled with an OXO cube, wrapped in a muslin cloth and boiled, served with creamy mash and cabbage, and for dessert, apple and blackberry pudding with custard. My old mum always made pastries and puddings, absolutely brought back some precious memories. So yes, I just absolutely love all of the lovely comments, and they go on and on and on. My home economics teacher made a similar bacon and onion or cheese and onion roll with us when I was 10 in the early 80s. It was cooked like a Swiss roll in the oven, so you can do it in the oven. So yes, lots and lots. Johnny Onion, we had one growing up in France, in Dorset, put on a French accent, had the hat and a bike too. My mum always used to sprinkle a little Paxo or an OXO cube over the before rolling it up. See, again, some lovely ideas. And then there's this book called Bero, B-E-R-O. Haven't looked it up yet, but I must have a look to see about this Bero book. My nana used to bake this in the oven, so you can do it in the oven. My dad used to get the vegetables from the club and they would come back and make it. Bacon pudding. There, I was born in Wales and you reminded me that we had a man on a bike and wearing a beret selling onions. I thought he was French too. We had an onion seller who came from Breton to sell onions. We spoke Welsh and he spoke Breton French and we could understand each other. We called him Johnny Onions in English. So there we go. So, and it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And I'm just, as I say, so grateful. I'm looking at it now. So in the first 2 weeks, I have had 44,500 views. And how many comments? Let me go back and see if I can see on here. 230 odd comments. So, you know, again, I'm putting it down now because I'm so grateful. I really am. It's lovely. I have read and replied to every single comment that has come through, because it has given me such a thrill to know how many of you have gone back all of that time and can remember all of these lovely stories. And memories are great. You know, it's the one thing that we can pass on and share. We can pass on and share to our families. We can pass on and share to our children. And I think memories are great. So that's me prattling on and nattering. And for for the 2 or 3 that didn't enjoy it, then that's absolutely fine. I don't mind. I am somebody who, I don't edit. I just chat and talk and speak. And if it's not for you, then please just move on and watch something that is for you. I know that a lot of people enjoy sitting, chatting with me and enjoy commenting and giving some comments of what they think and how they think about it. So any other comments on the Onion Man or your bacon and onion roly-poly pudding, please put it in underneath. We're moving on this week. As I say, we've got this chicken sticky recipe on Friday. Not quite sure what I'm going to do midweek. Haven't decided yet. Might do one, might not do one. I'm not going to do one every single midweek. I will always do a Monday and a Friday, and then we'll see. But as always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.